Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. So, let us start, ma'am.
Yeah, we can start.
So, good evening to all. We have assembled here for the 7-day workshop on Python programming program organized by Sri Vidyodaya College of Education, Viluppuram, Akman Foundation, and Seva Academy. And I welcome you all to this session after 2 days, after the weekend. We are assembling here. I hope you people have practiced Python, but I have practiced. It was very much interesting for me, but I don't get time to do more work. I am practicing Python. I'm very happy for that. I hope all the participants might have practiced for the past 2 days. Thank you all. And I welcome our resource person. Thank you very much, ma'am, because you are the initiator, you are the motivator for
Thank
us
you,
to.
ma'am.
Otherwise, I think I would have not touched this Python, but still now it is going good. Thank you.
Super, ma'am.
And I welcome you, ma'am, to the session.
Definitely.
And the session is yours. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you.
Come on,
And I'm very happy that you
Yes,
are practicing Python, no? To hear it.
yes, ma'am.
You are getting the outputs, ma'am?
I took some exercise from ChatGPT.
Definitely.
I
Okay.
asked ChatGPT to give more exercise, and it
Okay.
gave me the program,
Okay.
and I worked with the help of that. From
Okay, ma'am.
morning also, I was working. Whenever I
Okay.
get time, I am working with Python.
Now you started seeing the examples of Python program. Now you are seeing the code. Is it understandable, ma'am?
Until now, it's okay for me, ma'am.
Okay. Fine.
Participants give some message in the chat box. How do you feel? Or you can unmute and speak so that it will be motivating for us. How many of you are practicing? Yes, you can ask ChatGPT for some exercise and you can download it and you can work for it. Okay, along with the classroom session. Okay, ma'am, thank you. The session is yours, please.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I shared my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
So today we are going to see about functions. Functions in Python. Functions in Python. Okay. What is functions? See, till now, whatever program we have seen, it is like a small program, like 5 lines or 10 lines. Imagine that we are doing the program for 100 lines. It is very difficult. What operation where we have done it is very difficult. Function means a large program is divided into small blocks. We name that blocks and call it as function. That's it. I will put the things to understand for you. You can see here. Python allows us to divide a large program. This is the main point. It allows us to divide a large program into a basic building blocks. That is known as function. Okay. Okay, fine. And the function is considered as reusable. I'll give you one more few points to you. One second. I'll give few more points to you. See here. See here. And this is one more point. This is one more point, and this is another point. You say function. A function is a reusable block of code which only runs when it is called. This point is very important. See, function is mainly used for reusability of the code. See, if you are putting a function, I will show you when I'm explaining the program. I will show you all this point. I will explain you. When you are putting the function, okay, it can be reused. Okay, we no need to repeat the code again and again. I'll show you with examples. By that time, you will understand what it is. Okay. Till that, I'll put uh, all this point. Let me put it as it is. I'll put the multi-line comment here. Okay, so you will understand this very clearly. Okay, a function means it is nothing else. It is a block of code. Okay, it is block of code is known as function. A large program is divided into small blocks. So that is known as function. These blocks can be reused. Okay, these blocks can be reused for multiple times. So that is known as function. You can say that as a function. So a function is a reusable block of code which only runs when it is called. You can pass data, you can pass the data inside the function. That one is known as parameters. Okay. We see all this in the today's session. Let me start with a small program, then you can understand what it is. Okay. Okay. For defining the function, there is a keyword known as define, DEF. Okay. DEF. Okay. If you are creating the function, then it must be created using this keyword, which is known as DEF. That is known as define. Define. My function name is hello. Always my function should be identified alike open parenthesis and close parenthesis. This is very important. This is my function name, and this open parenthesis and close parenthesis is must. Okay, this is your function name. And in Python, the syntax is, it has to be ends with colon. So this step where what we have done is we define the function. Function definition. Define the function. Okay, next. Inside the function, I'm just giving one print message, which is known as just one print statement. Hello. That's all. Okay. See, once the function is defined, you need to call that function. Okay. See here, the function is a reusable block of code which only runs when it is called. This line is very important. If you run this program, it won't give you any output because the function is not called. If you want, I will run one. I run this file. I save this file first. I go to the desktop. There is a folder which is known as Sangeeta, and here I put the file name as program 4. Okay. Okay. Let me run this. Actually, we have defined the function, but the function is not called. So it won't give you any output. Okay, it won't give you any output. I'll run this. Can you see here? you are not getting any output because the function is defined, but the function is not used. It is not called. When it is called, the function will come to the reality. Okay, if it is not called, your compiler will not identify any function. Okay, let us see how to call the function. Okay, simply this is a function we have created. Okay, simply you just go down and just call it. What is my function name? My function name is hello. Using this function name, you are going to call the function. Like my name is Sangeeta. If somebody is calling me, they will call me using my name. They will call, hi Sangeeta. They used to call me. The same way, the function has to be called using the function name. Here my function name is hello. Using the function name, I'm going to call it. So that's all. This step is known as calling the function. Call the function. Okay. Just save this file and run it. Can you see here? Now it is printing the message hello. Okay. Okay. I give the message. Function. I just give function called. I run this message. Can you see here? This is our output. This is how you can create the function and call the function. Is it clear? Is this clear? Okay, just I have introduced what is function. I hope this is clear for you. And next, I create one more function. So now you know how to define the function. My function name is known as greet. Okay. Open the function. Okay. Put to the folder. Okay. Now, inside the function, I am going to pass the data. Okay. Now this line is clear for you. The function is a reusable block of code which only runs when it is called. Okay. Now you can pass data. That passing data is known as parameter. Yes, I'm going to pass the data inside this function. Okay. Now I create the one parameter. The parameter name is known as name. I'm passing one data inside this function. Now print I'll put one name as hello. Okay. Now call this name. We have already a parameter. So call that name. Now this name is not having for any input. Okay. This step is known as we are defining the function. We are defining the function. Okay. And here we are calling that function. Greet. And now you know how to call that function. Okay. This is known as we are calling the function. This step is we are calling the function. Okay. And here, you know, this function is having for one parameter. Parameter is known as name. That means you are passing one data inside this function. So here I'm going to give the name. I'm going to give my name. Okay. Sangeeta. That's it. Okay. Now let me run this program. Yeah, it is giving the message like, hello, Sangeeta. Thing is, I'm calling this function. 1 second. Okay, I'm calling this function. Okay, I'm calling this function with one parameter. Now the Sangeeta is the data which is assigned as the input to this name, then this name is going to print here. Sangeeta as the data is assigned as the input to the name, then this name, it's like a variable, temporary variable. It is going to print here. So hello Sangeeta. Okay. Now only one time I called this function. Now let us see the code reusability of the function. Okay. So I already said you can reuse the code. Okay. So again, I'm going to call the function for the second time, but here I'm going to give the message like Jack. Now let us see. Can you see here? Hello Sangeeta, hello Jack. But the code, only one print statement I have used only one print statement, but this print statement is printing for 2 times because I call this function for 2 times. So whatever code I written inside this function, it is going to repeat it for all the time. Okay. Again, I'll call the function. You can call the function till n number of times. You can call it for many times. Okay. I call this function for 4 times. Let me run this. Can you see here? Hello Sangeeta. Hello Jack. Hello Jill. Hello Bob. Okay. Is it clear? Is it clear? I hope this is clear for you. Any doubts? Okay, fine. I'll just copy this code and put it down. Let us see for the next program. Okay. It's clear. Emma, we are passing the parameter for multiple times. On the previous program, we passed the parameter for multiple times. Can you see it here? We are not passing it for only one time. First time I'm passing the input as Sangeeta. Second time I'm passing the input for Jack. Third time I'm passing the input as Bob. And fourth time I'm passing it for Bob. It is not only one time we are passing the parameter. For multiple time we are calling the function and different inputs you can give inside that. I hope it is clear for you. Okay. Okay. Fine. Let us move to the next code. And there are, I want to say there are different types of function. I want to explain that. Let me show you what are all the different types of function. So these are all the different types of function. Okay. So we are going to see this one by one. No return type. The function with no return type and with the argument. No return type without argument. Then return type without argument and return type with argument. So we have 4 different types of functions. Let us see each function one by one. So we have, see, we saw what is function. So how it works. We saw everything. And now we are going to see what are all the types of function. So we have 4 different types of function. So let us see what are all this. Okay. Now we are going to see first type. First type is what? No return type without argument. Okay, no return type and without argument. There is no return type in the function as well as there is no argument inside the function. See, this is known as argument. We can say this as argument, this as passing a data, this as parameter, any name. Okay, the function, now this function is not having for any argument. Your function is empty inside that. So that's why we are saying there is no argument and there is no return keyword inside this function. So when you are seeing one example on each type, you will understand very clearly. No need to worry about it. Just listen to me. Define, add. One second. Hold on. Just 1 second. Yes. Back to it. So, see here, I have created the function. The function is empty, right? Inside this, there is no argument or no parameter. You can say argument. Other technical term is parameter. Okay. So the function is not having for any argument, means the function is not carrying for any data. Okay. It is empty. Okay. Okay. So without argument. Okay. We are creating the without argument function as well as we are not going to create any return type inside the function. Simply, I have created the function. So inside that, I'm going to get a input for A. So I'm going to get it dynamically. So int input, enter the value of A. Okay. And similarly, I get the input for B. B equal to int input, enter the value of, I'm sorry, of B. That's it. And just create another variable. C is equal to A plus B. Print. I'm saying total I put C. So that's it. That's all. Okay, that's all. And now I need to call the function. The function creation is over. So we followed the indentation in all the steps. That means all the statements are inside this add function. Okay. Now, when I'm doing the function calling, I should not do here. Okay. It should be outside the function. Then the cursor has to be start from the beginning. Okay. So add. Now you see the function is not having for any argument as well as the function is not having for any return type. Are you seeing any return keyword inside the function? I have not used any return keyword inside the function. The function is not having for any return type as well as the function is not having for argument. Okay, so that is the first type of function. And this is very easy. When you're running it, it is asking for 11, 22. The total is 33. The function without argument and no return type. So that's it. This is the first type of function. And let us go to the second type of function. Okay, this is first type. Now we are going for the second type of function. Okay. Now you see no return type. There is no return type inside the function, but I'm going to have the argument inside the function. Okay, there is no return type, but argument will be there. That means here the function is empty function. There is no argument, but Here we are saying the function is going to have the argument. Okay, understand that. Now I create the function def. I create one function known as subtraction sub, and definitely this function is going to have an argument. Okay, it is with the argument. Okay, so I'm going to take two arguments. One is a and another one is b. That's it. Keep the colon and come here. Calculate it. C is equal to a minus b and print difference equal to C. That's it. Now the function calling, there is no return type and I'm not going to use any keyword inside this function. And similarly, this is the function calling. And here I'm saying sub, I'm saying 25, comma 2. Okay, let me run this. See, this program will also run. Okay, this program will also run because 25 minus 2 is answer is 23. That's it. Because I didn't comment this, so both the program will run. Let us see here. Okay, it is asking for this first function. This is the first function output. The function is not having for any argument and no return type. And this is the second function output. It is giving the difference equal to 23. I hope you are clear in it. Till now it is clear. Till now it is clear. Can you reply in the chat box? Is it clear? Thank you, Hema ma'am. Others? If you are understanding the concept till now, so we can go for next. Okay. Okay, Sunita ma'am, thank you. Fine, we go for next. Okay, so two types is over. First two types are over. The function is not having return type and there is no argument. And second type is also over. There is no return type and we have the argument inside that. So two types is over. And third type is this. The function is going to have the return type and it is not having for argument. So the function is empty, but definitely it is going to have the return type. Let us see how to do that. I cut this and I'll paste it here. And I cut this program also. This is our third program and this is our fourth program. I cut this. This is our fourth program. Now we start. What is the third type? Already we have completed two types inside the function. Now we are going to do for the third type. Now there is going to be the return type, but the function is going to be empty. Okay, return type without argument. Okay, without argument means there is no argument. Definitely your function is going to be empty. Okay, let us see one more. Define. My function name is multiplication and there is no argument. No argument. So definitely your function is going to be empty. Okay, it is empty. And keep the colon. This is must. If you are not keeping the colon and clicking for enter, your cursor will start at the beginning. Definitely your code is wrong. It will give you syntax error because it must maintain for the indentation. And keep the colon here, then click on enter. It will properly maintain the indentation. Okay, your cursor is blinking here. Just see here. Again, you are going to get input for A and B. Similarly, get the input for B. So I got the two inputs. Next, I'm going to do the calculation. C is equal to, for the multiplication, we do like C into C is equal to A, an asterisk symbol, B. So that's it. Now, in all the program, print statement is inside the function itself. Have you noticed? And see here, you have calculated for C is equal to A plus B, and you print the output inside the program itself. Okay. But here we are not going to print the output inside the program itself. Where is the output? Which variable is holding the output? Okay. C is the variable which holds the output. Okay. I am going to return that C. Return C. When it will return at the time of function calling, it is going to return. Okay. So that's it. The return type is there inside the function. Yeah, I have used the return type inside the function, but function is not having for any argument. Your function is not having for any argument means your function must be empty. Okay. So return C. So we got the input for A, we got the input for B, we calculated here, and we are returning the output. Okay, that's it. So here I'm calling the function. What is my function name? My function name is multiplication. I'm calling here. That's it. Here there is no argument, so I no need to pass any parameter here. Up to this is it clear? But if I call the function, it won't print any output here. Output is calculated and stored in C. When I am calling, it is sending me the output to this to here, but it is not printed, right? Okay, you can take one variable name as X. Okay, and you can print that X. Print the X. If you want, you can give the message here like product equal to X. Means this C, when you are calling this function, it is sending the output to us. So this answer C, what answer the C holds, it is stored here and it is stored in X. So we are printing that X. Let me run this program. It is asking for 10 and it is asking for B input as 50 and total the product equal to 500. 10 into 50, it is 500. Okay, so that's it. Or else you can call the function straightly inside the print statement also. What is our function name? Multiplication. You can call the function inside the print statement also. It works. Okay. Function calling is happening inside the print statement. Okay. Let me run this program. The same thing is going to happen. I'll put 11, another 11. Answer is 120. It is working. Is it clear? The function is having for return type and the function is not having for argument. So the third type it is. Is it clear? Can you say it in the chat box whether it is clear or not? If it is clear, I could go for next. Or else you can give thumbs up. Clear. Manisha said it is clear. Only one. What about others? Do you have any doubts in this? Hema ma'am has given it is clear. Thank you, Preeta ma'am. Do you have anybody, any others? Is it understandable? Would I go for next? The last type in function. Would I go for next? Okay, fine, fine. Yes, I just cut this and I paste it here. Okay, and I'll go to the last type of function. The last type is this one. Definitely, it is going to have the return keyword as well as it is going to have the argument. That's it. So this is the last type. Let me create the function def div division. The function is going to hold for two arguments. Keep the colon here and press for enter. Now calculated, you are not going to get input. The input we get at the time of function calling. No need to get input inside the function because because the function is having for two parameter. At the time of function calling, we are going to pass the input. So no need to get input inside the function. C straightly do the calculation. C is equal to A divided by B. That's it. Return C. Okay. That's all. Just do the function calling here. What is my function name? So division. I'll take one temporary variable. Temporary variable name is temp. Now you do the function calling div. Function name is div and pass the two parameters. So I say 60 comma 5 means 60 divided by 5 here. This 60 will assign for A. 5 will assign for B. So A by B means 60 divided by 5. Okay. Just the answer is stored in C. And when the time of function calling, it will return the answer. So the function is called here. It is returning the output. That output is stored in a temporary variable which is known as temp. Now I need to print that output. So print temp, temporary variable. So here I'm going to give one message, division. So that's it. Save this file and run it. Can you see here? You are getting the answer here, division. I hope it is understandable for you. We have seen all the four types of function here. Okay. I explained all the four types of function here. Is it clear? Now you know what is function and what are how it can be reused and what are all the types of function. Everything I have explained. And next I'm going to explain a default parameter function in Python. Okay, next. We are going to see the next. Okay. Let us see the default parameter. Default parameter function in Python. Okay. Let us create the function. I have defined it. My function name is user. Definitely this function name is going to carry for two parameters. One is name and another one is city. For this city, I'm giving one input here itself. I'm assuming I'm telling it as Salem. Okay. So that's it. Keep colon and go here. Print it. I'm using one print statement, only one print statement inside the function. I am saying name. I'm printing what input I'm getting here. I'm printing here name, comma, is from. I'm printing the city here. Okay, I'm printing the city here. Okay, city. Okay, Fine. Okay, fine. So that's all. Do the function calling. What is my method name? User. How many parameters it is having? It is having for two parameters. One is name and another one is city. Okay. Now I give the name here. So name is Ram. Okay. So which city he belong to? Chennai. Okay. So that's it. Let me run this program. See here. What message you are getting? Ram, I pass two parameters. Name is Ram and city is Chennai. So Ram is from Chennai. Okay. Here the Ram name Ram is assigned to this name. Chennai is assigned to the city. Okay. And it is printing. What name it is printing? Ram is from city. What input I have given for city? Chennai. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. I'll call this function for one more time. Here, I'm passing only name. See, Sam. Now you see, I have actually two parameters. Okay. Now here, no, I'm giving only one input. Okay, for name. I'm not giving input for city. Let me run this. Can you see here? On the first time function calling, I have given two inputs. What are all those inputs? One is Ram and another one is Chennai. So it is printing Ram is from Chennai. On second time of function calling, I am giving only input for name. That is known as Sam. Okay. I am not giving input for city. But if I give input, it is taking that input. If I am not giving any input, it is printing the default value assigned for that city. Can you understand? What is defaultly I have given city equal to Salem. Okay. If I give input, if I give Chennai, it is printing for that city equal to Chennai. If I'm not giving any input, it is printing the default message. Is it clear for you? That is known as default parameter function in Python. Imagine that Infosys is recruiting for employees, okay, of employees. Basically, their location is for Chennai. Okay, their location is for Chennai. Okay, but they have vacancy in Bangalore also. If I give Ram for Bangalore, then he will be allocated to Bangalore. Okay, if I'm not giving any location for the employee, then it is defaultly it is going to print for Chennai. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? Can you give any thumbs up here? Do you understand this? Rupa ma'am, Hema ma'am. Okay. Do you understand? What about others? 19 people are here. I'm getting only the frequent message from 3 of them. What about others? Rita ma'am, Sunita ma'am. Others are clear? Manisha, Selvam sir. Okay, fine. So we are going to see for the next one, recursive function. That is very, very important. Recursive function means the function will call by itself. That is known as recursive function. So we are seeing different types of function. And this is main thing. Recursive function is main thing. So we saw for default function. Now we are going to see for recursive function. For this recursive function, I am going to take the example of factorial. Do you know what is the factorial of 5? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is known as factorial of 5. For example, now we are going to see for recursive function. Okay. What is the factorial of 5? So 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is, we are going to, for doing this, we are going to take the factorial example. Okay. So recursive function, we are going to take the example of, or what is recursive function? The function called by itself. Function called by itself. That function is known as recursive function. Okay, let us see how to do that. Define the function here. Define. My function name is known as factorial. Factorial. Okay. This function is going to have for only one argument, which is known as x. And keep the colon here. Just go here. Put the condition. I'm going to apply the condition for 1. Okay. When the condition, see, whatever number you are giving, if you are giving 5, if you are giving 3, then what is the factorial for that? 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so I'm taking what, but if you are giving 6, 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 1. So I'm going to check the condition for 1. Okay, up to this, the loop has to be end, right? If you are giving only 1, find the factorial for 1, then it is going to be 1. Okay, so going to check the condition for 1. If x is equal to 1, then keep colon here. That's it. Return 1. That's all. Else, what is a factorial formula? That is what we are going to do. Or else you need to keep the colon. Now, return. Okay. X into factorial of x minus 1. So this is a formula. X into factorial of x minus 1. I'll explain this concept. So that's it. See, I'm going to call the function inside the print statement. Print. I'll explain this concept. You will understand. Give the message as factorial. Factorial. Factorial of 5. So that's it. That's all. Your program ends. Now, what I have given factorial of 5. Factorial of 5. Okay, how it will calculate? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this is the concept, right? Factorial of 5 means first time the function is assigning with calling with factorial of 5. So 5 will be assigned here, right? 5 will be, for the first time, it will be assigned here. Now it is checking. Now the x value is 5, right? X is equal to 5 because I have assigned the input as factorial of 5. So factorial of 5 means x is equal to 5. So I am checking for the condition x is equal to 1. No, x is not equal to 1 because x value is 5. Is 5 is equal to 1? No, it is not equal to 1. 5 is bigger than, 1 is smaller than 5. 5 is not equal to 1. That's it. So it is not going to enter into this if loop. It is going to come for this false loop, else loop. Here, what it is happening here? 5 into factorial of 5 minus 1. Okay, that is what happening here in this step. I'll put the step down. What step here? 5 into factorial of, what is x value? X value is 5. So 5 is coming here. Okay. So x value is 5. So 5 is here. What is happening here? Factorial of 5 minus 1 is what? 5 minus 1 is 4. Now the function has called by itself. Factorial of 4 means again the function is calling here. So now factorial of, now the x value is become 4, right? Now x value is become 4. Now 4 is equal to 1. It is not equal to 1. So it is moving to the else part. Then it is coming here. Now here the x value is 4, right? 4. So what is happening here? Factorial of 4 minus 1 means I'll put the second step here. Now the x value is 4. Okay. Four minus 1 is 3. Am I right? So in the step 5 into 4 into factorial of 3. Okay. Again, the factorial of 3, the function is called for another time. Okay. Now here x is equal to 3. So here it is 3. The 3 is not equal to 1. So it is not going to enter into the if loop. It is coming to the next one. So what will happen? 3 into factorial of 3 minus 1. So that is what going to happen here. Okay. So this step. I'll put it here. So this step. So 3 into factorial of 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay. Again, the function is called here factorial of 2. So next on this step, 2 is assigned to x. So x value is 2. Okay. Again, if the if condition is not satisfied here, because 2 is not equal to 1, it is going to enter into the else part. So 2 is assigned here. So factorial of 2 minus 1 is 1. So what will happen here? So 2 into factorial of 2 minus 1 is 1. Again, the function is called here now factorial of 1. So here factorial of 1. So x is equal to 1 here. Okay. So 1 is assigned to x. So now if condition satisfied, 1 is equal to 1, then it is going to return the 1. Okay. Now what will happen here? This is a step which is going to happen here. This time the function is not going to call anything because we are going to return 1. So 1 is returned here. There is no function calling. Only see if condition is satisfied, it won't enter into the else part. Only at the else part, there is a function calling. But inside the if condition, we are going to return only 1. There is no function calling. So similarly, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2, 2 into 1, the answer is 120. So this is how the recursive function works. Okay, let me run this program. You get the answer factor equal to 120. Means I called this function for only one time. The remaining 4 times the function called by itself. So for this, we are showing the example. The function which called by itself, that is known as a recursive function. We have shown factorial program as the example for the recursive function. Is it clear for you? Can anybody just unmute it and please tell me whether it is clear? I don't want reply in the chat box. Anybody which is clear, please unmute it and please tell me. I don't want the reply in the chat box. Just reply me verbally.
Yes, ma'am, but I have one doubt. If
Yes.
we print another number, so what is the code of that? If we print another number.
Here is the code. If you want to print for 6, then again the loop is going to run for 5 times. And for the 6th time, the if condition is going to be satisfied. And it is going to give the message. Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am.
That's
Yes, yes, ma'am, clear.
Also, we can give the input, na?
Yeah, I have given the input.
For
For 6, it is
any
720.
number, we can give the input and then print the factorial.
Any input you can give here. First program, I have done it for 5. See, I have shown you what is the manual calculation happening inside the factorial. Actually, your code is only this. Only 3 to 4 lines.
Yes,
That's all.
Yes, ma'am.
But I explained you how it is happening. I have done the manual calculation for it to understand the program perfectly.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. For others, everybody, it is clear. So that's all about the function. We have seen different types of function here. Let me just copy this and put it down. And those who want, you can take the screenshot of it for your practice. I'll remove all the. So these are all the programs today we have seen, and these are all for your reference. You can take the screenshot of it, and this is for your practice. You practice all this program. Have you taken the screenshot of it? If you say yes, I could keep another 2 programs. Yes, I keep for next. This is your 3rd program. Take the screenshot of it so you can work it out. So this is your 4th program. This one is your 4th program. And this is your 5th program. This one. This is your 5th program. 5th program. And I'll keep for next. This is your 6th program. Take the screenshots. And this is your 7th program. And the last recursive function is your, I'm sorry, I've given the message here itself. I'll put it here. This is your last program, 8th program. One second. Wait, I'll keep it perfectly and then you can take it. Yes. This is your 8th program. Fine. Sai, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So today the function has
It's
got
over.
over in Python.
What is the last topic tomorrow, ma'am?
Tomorrow we can go with oops, I think so. We can start oops.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you for your informative presentation on function types in programming. Functions without return type and no arguments. Function without return type but with arguments. Function with return type but no arguments. Was very helpful in enhancing our understanding of this important topic. Your expertise and ability to convey complex concepts in an accessible manner are greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for your session. And one of the participants have one doubt, I think. Rupam?
Hello, ma'am. Good evening. Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
audible.
Yes.
Yes. I just want to ask whether tomorrow is the last day. So, are we going to practice it on any database also?
Tomorrow is the last day.
So whether if you want oops concept, I will go with oops, or else I could go with database because both concepts are big. We can't complete in a single session. So oops is having for 5 to 6 concepts. If you go with inheritance, each topic will take a separate session. But I want to make it simple, so we are doing it. But any one can be completed. If you want oops, I could go with oops. If you want database connectivity, I could go with database connectivity. Option is yours. Sai, ma'am, please you discuss with the members and then tell me, ma'am.
Yes, they can give in the chat box.
Okay, I didn't see the chat box. So let me
Let
check.
them give it in the chat box.
According to their decision, we do that. I
Yes,
didn't see-
participants.
I didn't see anything in the chat box.
Otherwise, you WhatsApp me at 8778955717. Okay.
Ma'am, you discuss and tell me. If you want the topic of OOPS, then I can go with OOPS. If you want the topic on database, I
Otherwise,
could go with the database.
okay, ma'am. Let them
If you
message
want
me
both
so
of
that
them, then then one day has to be extended. Already we are running fast.
Mhm.
Okay,
We
fine.
want to go.
We want both. Then definitely it is not going to be completed in the single session, ma'am. That is not possible. Already OOPS is a very big concept. Completing OOPS concept in a single session is a very difficult one. Or else we need one more day if you want both topics. So discuss with
Shall we,
Sai ma'am. Discuss with Sai ma'am, and then she will communicate with you. Is it
ma'am, if
okay?
possible, have it on Thursday, ma'am. Okay, is it possible?
Yeah, we can have the same timing. So what is today? It is Tuesday. So you are
Yes,
telling that
ma'am.
tomorrow it is going to be end, but we are
Okay,
going to have, if
Wednesday,
we have for
Wed-
one more class, we can keep it on Thursday or Wednesday, whenever you are convenient.
Wednesday is holiday, ma'am. So some of them may be traveling.
No problem, ma'am. We can keep it on Thursday.
Yes. Yes, Rupam, we can have it one more session on Thursday. We don't have session on Wednesday. Ma'am is helping us. Thank you
so
very
much,
much.
ma'am. Thank you so
Thank,
much.
thank you. Yes, today I'll be sending you the. Yes, ma'am. You can go, ma'am. You can leave.
Yeah, yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
So I'll be sending, I think, today all the 6 day session and remaining 2 session, that is, we'll be having tomorrow and extra session on Thursday. Both will be shared later. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. You can leave the session. Yes, ma'am is telling she'll deal both the topics. It will be on Thursday. Wednesday, we don't have class, being a holiday. Thank you. You can leave the meeting. Thank you. I'm ending. Yes, thank you.